Hey guys,
So,
I'm Ryan. This is my friend Josh, and this is my first ever movie review for my own separate channel. You probably know me from Cinema Fanatics and my friend Josh Kessler, but since Kessler and I go to different schools, this is my first review by myself with my guest Josh, who
at my house.
at my friend Josh's house. So here we are. This is our first review of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yep, this is his first time seeing it. I've seen it before. It's my copy of the movie, but this is his first time experiencing this film for himself. So, what'd you think?
I was really impressed with the movie. It was one of the most disturbing horror movies I ever seen. It took what William Friedkin did in The Exorcist with the documentarian style, the cinematography, the editing, and the sound design were just superb. I was really impressed. I liked how it started with the narration, um, you know, pretending it was a true story, and
Well, I mean, it's supposed to be kind of based off,
kind
of
of
the
based on a true
Ed Gein
story,
stuff, but
kind of.
yeah.
But it really, created a lasting impression on me while I was watching the movie. I thought that the characters in the movie were really good. They were a little underdeveloped, but every horror movie has underdeveloped characters. Let's just be honest. And I really thought that but you did care about the characters, though. You did care about the girl and her brother and her
Actual likable.
invalid brother Franklin. They were very likable, other than most horror movies when you just went to see the dumb sluts die all the time.
Yeah, definitely what makes this movie very different than a lot of the modern stuff is the fact that the characters are actually likable in them. So you want them to live. You're set like literally throughout the movie, he was basically yelling at the screen at the girl saying, "Get out of there, run," and that's what you want in a good horror movie. You want them to survive in the end. You don't want to just be having a killer just slicing and dicing and blood all over the place. I mean, it's fun, but it's not really as scary.
The movie had its own mythology, which I really liked, but it was subtle in how it developed that mythology throughout the movie. I mean, they slowly tell you about a meat plant, and it tells you about
The Hewitt family.
this family that
Well, not so much that removes the mystery, because thankfully, I mean, even though we know they exist, they don't really show like Leatherface's backstory, which I think is really good because it makes him seem less human. You can't connect with Leatherface.
yeah,
So
they don't
he's
tell you
much
his
more of a monster.
backstory, but they tell you, they slowly reveal this family, they slowly reveal that there are people that are very disturbing, that are psychopaths, that live in this area, and I really enjoyed how the first killing happens. It's a house. It's a really good looking house. It seems like no strange people or monsters live there. Nothing bad happens to the house. From the outside, the exterior, it looks really pleasant. It looks like something
Normal.
from the 1950s almost. And then they go in the house, and then right away the killing starts. What really impressed me was how there's no blood in this movie. There's only 2 pints of blood that were used. There really isn't blood compared to most American horror films
Off-screen
that are
horror.
released now. It's off-screen violence, which is really disturbing. It's all more physical action from the characters that get killed rather than blood and gore. There's no CGI blood, of course, because this movie was made in the 70s. But
I got it.
yeah, but it all worked out, because it all seemed cohesive. It seemed like everything,
Felt very real.
all the blood was really authentic and real, and added to what director Tobe Hooper wanted to do. I think Tobe Hooper doesn't get a lot of credit because he really created the slasher genre. He really did.
Well, he at least created the style of when
He
you
created
think
the style
slasher,
of
what you
what
think.
slasher would be. I mean, you could say that Hitchcock created it in Psycho, or you could say John Carpenter created it in Halloween. But I really think Tobe Hooper directed it because, Texas Chainsaw came before Halloween. But I really think that he really created the modern slasher horror film. And I think it's really, not a lot of people give him credit, they created the first horror family, where everyone in the movie was really scary. One of the scariest parts of the movie, and it's one of the best parts of the movie, it actually is one of the best editing jobs I've ever seen in a horror film, was the dinner scene, the infamous
dinner
scene
was a fun
that
one.
happens. There's so many shots changing the zoom lengths between her eye, Marilyn Burns, the character's eye, and everything.
You really feel what she feels when you're
Yeah.
like stuck
and then
in
the
this
sound
room full of
design's really
wackos.
good. The sound design, ah! art. You know the thing, like it sounds like a picture, like a foot.
All
Yeah,
the animal sound effects and everything. It's just a film is very immersive. It really makes you feel that you're in this world. You can't even say you're in this world. It feels very real. You feel her fear, and what really helps is the fact that, well, for starters, like Ryan just said, all the violence, it's off screen, so you really have to imagine more, and nothing is more terrifying than what you imagine. And and especially the dinner scene, like he just said, the really quick editing. For starters, is a great contrast to the rest of the movie, where the editing is very minimal, very slow. There are some long takes in this movie.
well, very long takes. I like that though.
Takes, and because of the long takes in the movie, it contrasts the quick cutting, which makes the quick cutting seem much more psychotic.
Yeah, which fits into that scene though, because before that there's a very long take in how they get this grandfather. I've never seen a grandfather like this in film ever. You know, he's really
Nuts.
scary and creepy. I mean, he looked like a wax figure almost. He was that scary to me. And you didn't even know if he was alive at points because like he would move like really
That's part of the
slowly.
twist.
It was really interesting. And there are moments of humor in this movie. Really dark humor.
Oh my god!
Very dark humor. But I really like that though. The end scene is one of the best sequences in horror ever when she's running from Leatherface and Leatherface is going crazy and she's just laughing and in total shock of what just happened, what she just witnessed, and her, her friends and her family who were just killed. It was really a fantastic movie, and I was just really impressed.
So much better than the sequels. Oh my god!
Yeah. So just. Avoid the sequels. Don't see the new remake. Of course, I haven't seen it yet, so that's biased. But
I have.
Really cares.
It sucks.
He said it's terrible.
It really is.
But just stick with the original. It's really amazing, and
I feel like
you should check out more Tobe Hooper films. Poltergeist is a really good film. I hear he makes other really underrated horror films, so you should really check them out.
Crocodile's kind of fun.
Okay. This is Ryan signing out.
Later.
All right, Josh. See ya.